love that theory. As you all know, I've recorded my communication research experience while studying abroad in Greece, comparing my personal background to the interpretive approach, socioculture tradition, and interpersonal context. Viewers loved it, and I ended up here. Every week on my show, I get to pick a new theory to explain, provide assumptions for, compared strengths and weaknesses, and then apply it to one of your lives. Week after week, I get the chance to demonstrate the interpretive approach as I involve myself with my values known, listening to intriguing stories told in the voice of participants with relevancy. This week, the chosen theory is the communication of management meaning theory, also known as CMM theory. Now, I love this theory because it's so relatable. The CMM theory in particular involves communication with various cultures, continuous adaptation, differing norms, beliefs, and values, new realities, and subjective experiences. Now, you know me with socioculture tradition. Love it! The CMM theory can be defined by Weston Turner as how individuals establish rules for creating and interpreting meaning, and how those rules are enmeshed in a conversation where meaning is constantly being coordinated. For those of you like me who found that confusing, I've broken it down a bit. People are made up of all different backgrounds with pre-existing thoughts and ideas. Look next to you. I'm sure the person sitting beside you has drastically different meaning assigned to certain words. For example, if I said the word barn burner, what comes to your mind will differ very greatly from any other person's. This is because we carry different skills and capabilities, allowing us to make sense of things in very vast ways. According to Weston Turner, our morality and resources play a major role in this. If you look up barn burner in the Oxford Dictionary, it is actually defined as a very exciting or dramatic event, especially in the sports context. Maybe based on your past experience you knew what this was already, or maybe you use this word on the daily. If you're like me, you've never heard of this word in your life, and you probably pictured someone burning down a barn. Yikes. Because there are so many different ways to interpret meaning, it is often difficult to settle on agreement in conversation, or coordinate, with those individuals carrying different skills, capabilities, or backgrounds from us. You guys send letters to me all the time asking for advice, and I opened one the other day that really spoke to this theory. Instead of writing them back, I thought I would invite them on the show. From Boulder, Colorado, please welcome Madison and Brennan. So I always say the best part about my show is that it provides an outlet for face-to-face interpersonal interactions with some of you. I'm so happy to have you here.
We're so happy to be here too.
So, you wrote a letter. Madison, would you briefly summarize it?
So basically, I was on Brennan's Facebook page and
don't mind the dog, he's normal.
And saw that he had been talking to one of his ex-girlfriends. I was really uncomfortable and I just didn't understand. We have tried talking about it before, but he just got really angry and was like rude. Nothing ever gets resolved.
So don't give up yet. I see this all the time. It's most likely just a simple misunderstanding between you two. Take this from the standpoint of a communication management of meaning expert. I know a thing or two about these types of agreements and more importantly, how to overcome them. So first, you have to know that each individual brings with them a personal meaning. As these guys just learned with barn burner, each of you will have your own understanding of a particular situation based off of your own special experiences. Oftentimes, our meanings don't correlate with one another, which is why this fight occurred in the first place. Madison, what do you think of when Facebook messaging an ex-girlfriend appears?
Well, I immediately think he's cheating on me. I've been dumped for an ex in the past, and I will never forget the feeling that I was left with.
And Brennan, what do you think of?
Well, I just don't really know. I've never been cheated on, and I've never cheated on anyone before, so I just think this conversation is absurd.
As you can see, the meaning they each assign with the situation differs greatly, making it difficult for them to reach coordination. In order for you two to overcome this, you must take a step back. Listen to each other's personal experiences and thoughts or ideas that contribute to it. Put yourself in each other's shoes. You two share a life that you have co-constructed together. Don't let past experiences slow you down or stop you, but learn to overcome them in a new shared way. Create a new meaning that both of you have constructed together. Weston Turner provided 3 assumptions that I think would be very useful for you all to keep in mind in the future. 1. Human beings live in communication. 2. Human beings co-create a social reality. And 3. Information transactions depend on personal and interpersonal meaning. In other words, humans participate in communication every day of their lives. When communicating with others, not every conversation goes as planned. Everyone is different, bringing complex ideas with them. We must constantly create new shared meaning in order for the exchange of ideas to be a success. As always, we end the show stating the strengths and weaknesses of the theory. Today we're running short for time, so really quickly, strengths: places communication at the cornerstone of its foundation. Past tested parsimony. Very practical utility, and substantial heroism. Weaknesses: scope is too broad at times. Thank you so much. Can't wait for next week on I Love That Theory.